Good morning. Good morning. Gee, it's great to start your day with coffee with Karma today. Happy Fun Friday. I thought since I have the day off and today is Fun Friday that I would wear my Coffee with Karma t-shirt. There you go. Now, to this episode, I hope to make it one that you can't refuse because I am going to be sharing 5 lessons from the famous Godfather movies, using quotes directly from the film to inspire you and your author's journey. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help entrepreneurs write, publish, and market client attracting books that grow their business. So, my first quote is: my father assured him that either his brains or his signature would be on the contract. Ooh. Now, I wanna preface all the advice I'm giving you. I am not, and I repeat, I am not in any way advocating being a gangster, killing people for any reason, or torturing them, or doing anything bad at all. I am not advocating that at all, but there are universal lessons within these quotes. So, authority and respect are often a show of strength. But you're not a gangster, okay? I'm just at least I hope you're not. So showing some vulnerability and asking for help can be good too. Now, this quote is all about showing authority. And if you are an entrepreneur who's writing a client attracting book, who to grow their business, you need to show that you know your stuff. So what you take away from this quote is you want to assure that they understand the message enough from your book that they are inspired to hire you. But that if they are really, truly not your peep or a DIYer, you've given them enough information to give them a go without you. Not a lot, just enough. Because the people who are who really are your peeps are going to be inspired to sign their name on the contract. So my next quote is, let's see. I guess I have to hide and then show. Why is it hide? All right. All right. A friend should always underestimate your virtues, and an enemy overestimate your faults. Now this quote is about strong relationships, and it's about understanding your competition. So strong relationships, and that includes those of your readers, are built on trust and mutual respect. And so you want to cultivate those loyal readers and supporters who champion your work by always being trustworthy and respecting your audience, and hopefully they'll respect you back. How does this manifest as an author? Quality of your work, good information that actually speaks to their hopes, their fears, their pain points, and their aspirations. You need to fully understand who it is you're writing for so that you can write a book that's worthy of them. And when you write a book that's worthy of your readers, you attract clients that are worthy of you. Next quote from The Godfather. Come on, I keep double clicking. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. That's from Michael, played by, oh my gosh, I'm seeing his face and Al Pacino. Al Pacino. I just saw recently a movie with him called, Simone. It was good. It was good. I recommend it. Anyway, back to The Godfather. And this quote, "Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in." What is that all about? So I've been talking to some newer authors recently, and I realized what I'm hearing over and over again is when I wrote my book, I had no idea I was gonna have to do all this work after it was done. I didn't know how hard it was gonna be to write the book, and I didn't know how hard it was gonna be after the book. Huh. So and that's just this thing. It's like just when you think you're out, you finished your book, they pull you back in. You've gotta market it. You've gotta market it. This quote highlights the ongoing nature of being an author because basically, yes, you're thinking about the book, you come up with your idea, you write the outline, you write the book, you do the publishing, and then you're done, right? No. You got to market it, and you've got to market it until it's no longer relevant to you, meaning it either doesn't do what you need it to do or you don't care about it anymore. That's just the nature of being an author. It's kind of like being a parent. 'Cause even though the kids leave the nest, you're still their parent. Your book's the same way. The only difference is that parents can't say, "Well, these kids are no longer relevant to me." Mm, yeah, can't do that, that's not nice. Don't do that. So, we'll move on to lesson number 4, and that's, "I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse." This is probably the most iconic quote from the films. I mean, it's like in fact, I think most people quote it without really understanding the context of it. Um, that's not necessarily important here, but it's just such a people use it all the time. And so what does this mean? It emphasizes the power of persuasion, right? As an author who's trying to use your book to draw in clients, you need to be able to persuade them of several things. You need to persuade them that what you offer is something they need. You need to persuade them that they can do whatever it is you need them to do or they need to do. And you need to persuade them that you are the right person to be working with. There's some other persuasion things in there, but those are the 3 primary ones. And so you need to focus on those messages so that you do make them an offer they can't refuse. On to come on. Got that? Okay. Quote number 5, "I have learned more from the streets than in any classroom." Yes, you can learn from experts like me. Yes, you can. But the best lessons for your business and your book are those you learn by actually putting your book out there because you learn from experimenting, you learn from discovering what works best for you and your audience. Now, if you worked with me, I could advise you what I think works, and I can give you some basically, I'm giving you the experiments to conduct so that you can see if they work or not. And the benefits of working with an expert to help you with those experiments is that you're probably going to avoid doing the experiments that just aren't gonna work, period. Because an expert is gonna have the experience to know that's probably not gonna work for your audience. Now that said, you don't have to listen. I've known authors who said, "Well, the gurus told me not to do this, I did it anyway and it worked." I don't know the history behind that. I mean, was it actually they were, reading gurus, and the gurus maybe they took the information out of context, or was it an actual coach they were working with one-on-one who said, "Don't do that." We all know what we know, and that doesn't always apply to other people. But as long as you know that there's an experimental nature to marketing a book and that you're going to do experiments and some are going to flop and some are going to work better than you thought and some are going to work just as you thought and some are going to work somewhere in that spectrum outside of those 3 points. That's the nature of book marketing. It just is. It just is. And what works for one book doesn't necessarily work for the next or the one before that. So it's a constant experimentation. So I hope that you found these quotes from The Godfather enlightening for your author's journey. I hope you have a fantabulous Friday, and I will see you on Monday with more stuff. Ciao.